If people only remember you when they need something, hear this truth. They don't value you. They reply late to your messages. They cancel plans. And still, you stay available. Slowly, you stop being important. You become convenient. This is called silent disrespect. Machiavelli said, "The one who doesn't set their own value will be priced cheaply by the world." Rule 1. Don't be too available. Being kind and helpful is a good thing, but being too available slowly reduces your value in other people's eyes. When you always say yes, answer every call instantly, and reply to every message within seconds, people start to assume that your time has no importance. They don't see it as kindness anymore. They see it as free access. Human psychology is simple. What is easily available is rarely respected. When someone knows you will always be there, no matter how late they reply, no matter how many times they cancel plans, they stop making an effort. Not because they are evil, but because you taught them that your time has no cost. Late replies are often misunderstood. They are not about ignoring people or being rude. They are about sending a quiet message. I have a life. I have priorities. When you don't reply immediately, you show that your world does not stop for one message. This creates balance. It tells others that connecting with you is valuable, not guaranteed. When you say yes to everything, you also say no to yourself. You sacrifice your peace, your focus, and your growth just to remain available. Over time, this builds frustration. You start feeling used, unimportant, and invisible. And the worst part is, people rarely notice because you never changed your behavior. Respect begins when your time has limits. You don't need to announce them. You don't need to explain yourself. Simply stop overgiving. Reply when you are free, not when you feel pressured. Accept plans that fit your life, not ones that drain you. Availability should be a choice, not a habit. When people realize they can't access you anytime they want, they start valuing the moments they do get. That's when your presence becomes meaningful. That's when respect quietly returns. Rule 2. Speak less, observe more. Talking less is not a weakness. In fact, it is one of the strongest habits a person can develop. People who speak too much often reveal more than they realize. Their fears, their insecurities, their plans, and even their mistakes. Words carry information, and the more you talk, the more information you give away. When you stay quiet, you gain something valuable: clarity. You begin to notice small details, tone of voice, body language, pauses, and reactions. You see who listens and who only waits for their turn to speak. Observation gives you understanding, and understanding gives you control. Many people talk to fill silence, because silence makes them uncomfortable. Silence forces people to face their thoughts. It creates pressure. When you remain calm and quiet, others often start talking more than they should. They explain themselves. They reveal intentions. Without asking a single question, you learn everything. Speaking less also protects your energy. Every word you say is effort. When you talk only when necessary, your words carry weight. People pay more attention because they know you don't speak without purpose. Your silence makes your voice stronger when you finally use it. This does not mean becoming cold or unfriendly. It means being selective. You don't need to share every opinion. You don't need to react to every comment. Silence gives you time to think before responding, instead of reacting emotionally. In arguments, silence is especially powerful. While others raise their voice or defend themselves, you stay calm. This shifts control. The one who controls emotions controls the situation. Observe first. Speak later. Let others reveal themselves while you listen. In a loud world, quiet people see the most. Rule 3. Don't explain everything. Many people believe that explaining themselves makes them look polite, reasonable, and mature. But in reality, over-explaining slowly destroys respect. When you explain every decision, every choice, and every action, you send a hidden message. I need you to approve this. And respect never grows where permission is being asked. Strong people make decisions and stand by them. They don't feel the need to justify every move. They understand that not everyone needs an explanation, and not everyone deserves one. When you keep explaining, you lower your position without realizing it. You give others the power to judge, question, or control your choices. Respect dies in justification because explanations invite debate. The moment you explain too much, people feel free to challenge you. They start asking more questions, pushing their opinions, and testing your confidence. What started as a simple decision turns into a negotiation, and slowly you lose authority. This does not mean being rude or arrogant. It means knowing when silence is enough. A simple sentence is often more powerful than a long story. This is what I decided. This works best for me. I'm not available. Clear, calm, finished. Over-explaining usually comes from fear. Fear of disappointing others, fear of conflict, or fear of being misunderstood. But you cannot build respect by protecting everyone's feelings. When you respect yourself, others learn how to treat you. People trust those who are certain. Certainty doesn't come from long explanations. It comes from calm confidence. When you stop explaining everything, people stop questioning everything. Your life is not a courtroom. Your decisions are not on trial. Speak clearly. Decide firmly. Let your actions do the explaining. Rule 4. Decide slowly. Act fast. Most people rush. They speak before thinking, react before understanding, and decide under pressure. This is not speed. This is weakness. Rushing usually comes from fear. Fear of missing out, fear of losing control, or fear of silence. Weak people hurry because they want quick relief. Strong people wait because they want the right outcome. Deciding slowly does not mean being lazy or confused. It means taking time to observe, analyze, and understand the full picture. It means asking yourself simple questions. What is really happening? What are the risks? What will this cost me later? When you slow down your decisions, you avoid mistakes that emotional people make again and again. People who decide slowly are hard to manipulate. They don't react to pressure. They don't move just because someone is loud or urgent. They stay calm while others panic. This calmness is a form of power. It shows control over the mind, not just over actions. But once the decision is made, action must be fast and clear. Strong people do not hesitate after choosing. They don't announce their plans. They don't ask for approval. They move with purpose and without noise. Fast action surprises people because it comes after silence. This balance is rare. Many people either think forever and never act, or act fast and regret later. Power lies in combining both. Patience in thinking, speed in doing. Quiet action is especially powerful. When you move silently, people cannot block you, copy you, or prepare against you. Results speak louder than promises. By the time others notice, the move is already done. Slow mind, fast execution, no noise, no panic. That is how strong people move. Rule 5. Control your emotions. Emotions are natural. Feeling anger, sadness, excitement, or fear is part of being human. But letting emotions control your actions is dangerous. The moment you lose emotional control, you lose power. If you cannot control your anger, frustration, or ego, other people will do it for you, on purpose or without even trying. Anger is the easiest emotion to use against you. When you get angry, you speak without thinking. You reveal your weaknesses. You say things you later regret. Calm people notice this and wait for it. They push small buttons, watch your reaction, and once you explode, they already have the advantage. Staying calm does not mean staying silent forever or accepting disrespect. It means choosing when and how to respond. Calmness gives you time to think. It allows you to see the situation clearly instead of through emotion. When others are emotional and you remain steady, the balance of power shifts to you. People respect those who control themselves. A calm response in a tense moment confuses aggressive people. They expect noise, shouting, or drama. When they don't get it, they lose control. Silence and calm behavior force them to face their own emotions. Emotional control also protects your energy. Constant anger drains the mind and weakens judgment. Calm people don't waste energy on unnecessary battles. They choose their fights carefully and respond only when it matters. This is why calmness is silent dominance. You don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You don't need to prove your strength with reactions. Real strength is shown by restraint. Pause before reacting. Breathe before responding. Control your emotions, and no one can control you. Rule 6. Help with limits. Helping others is a good quality. It shows kindness, empathy, and strength. But helping without limits slowly turns into self-harm. When you give your time, energy, or resources again and again without boundaries, people stop seeing it as generosity. They start seeing it as something they are entitled to. Every favor is an investment. It costs you something. Time, effort, focus, or emotional energy. And like any investment, it should bring something back. That return does not have to be money. It can be respect, honesty, loyalty, or appreciation. But when nothing comes back, the investment becomes a loss. Many people keep helping, even when they feel drained, because they are afraid of being disliked or abandoned. They think saying no will make them look selfish. In reality, unlimited help invites disrespect. People who take without giving rarely feel grateful. They feel powerful. When respect is not returned, helping more will not fix it. It will make it worse. The more you give, the more people expect. Soon they only contact you when they need something. Your value becomes your usefulness, not who you are. Helping with limits protects your dignity. It teaches others that your support is not automatic. You don't need to explain your limits or argue about them. A simple, "I can't do this right now," is enough. Those who respect you will understand. Those who disappear were only there for the benefits. Stopping help is not cruelty, it is clarity. You are not responsible for carrying everyone. Your energy is limited, and your life matters. Give where there is respect. Withdraw where there is entitlement. That is how helping stays powerful, not painful. Rule 7. Maintain mystery. In today's world, people share everything. Their plans, their feelings, their problems, and their next move are all out in the open. While this may feel honest, it often removes something important: mystery. When people know everything about you, there is nothing left to discover, and what is fully known quickly becomes boring. Maintaining mystery does not mean lying or pretending. It means choosing what to share and what to keep private. Not everyone needs access to your thoughts, goals, or struggles. The more you reveal, the more people feel they understand you. And once they think they understand you completely, they stop paying attention. Mystery creates interest. When you speak less about your plans, people watch your actions more closely. When you don't explain everything, others stay curious. Curiosity leads to respect. People value what they cannot fully predict or control. Sharing too much also gives others power over you. They know your weaknesses, your fears, and your next step. This makes it easier for them to judge, interfere, or manipulate. Privacy protects you. Silence keeps your options open. Understanding more comes from listening, not talking. When you observe quietly, you learn how people think, what they want, and how they behave under pressure. While others are busy talking about themselves, you are collecting information. This gives you an advantage without effort. Mystery also protects your peace. You don't need validation for every move. You don't need advice from everyone. When your life is not open for discussion, it becomes easier to move with confidence. Say less, reveal slowly, act quietly. In a noisy world, mystery is strength. Rule 8. Build boundaries through action. Many people talk about boundaries, but very few actually have them. They say what they don't like. They complain. They warn others. Yet nothing changes. Why? Because boundaries are not created by words. They are created by action. People don't respect what you say you won't tolerate. They respect what you stop accepting. Disrespect continues only when it is allowed. When someone ignores your time, crosses your limits, or treats you carelessly, and you still stay, still help, still smile, you teach them that this behavior is acceptable. Silence followed by tolerance is permission. Real boundaries begin the moment you change your response. You reply less. You stop explaining. You walk away instead of arguing. You remove access instead of asking for understanding. This is not punishment. This is self-respect in action. Many people fear setting boundaries because they think they will lose others. But the truth is simple. The ones who leave when you stop tolerating disrespect were never there for you. They were there for convenience. Boundaries don't push away real people. They filter them. Respect is not asked for. The moment you ask for respect, you lower yourself. Respect is designed through consistent behavior. When people see that crossing you has consequences, they adjust. When they see that access to you requires respect, they think twice. Being valuable means your time matters, your energy matters, your presence is earned, not freely taken. You are not available for disrespect, excuses, or repeated violations. From today onward, you don't chase respect. You design it. You don't beg for value. You live it. You are not convenient. You are valuable. Comment, I'm done being convenient.